Okay, gang, I'm going to talk to you in this video about my specialty, what I do for a living, and what I've done for over 40 years. So I know what I'm talking about. First of all, we all know that our cost of living is through the roof. We all know that we have specific things that we have to spend money on. We all know that we are not making ends meet. We are spending more and more money using credit cards, which is increasing our debt level, which is lowering our credit scores. And it's this endless cycle of decline. One of the biggest expense increases that we've had because of the economy, and it is directly related to the economy, is the cost, one of the most expensive things that you as a household have, and that is your home and your auto insurance. I am an insurance agent, and I have been for over 40 years. I own an independent insurance agency in Texas. I've had 2 locations. I'm now to 1 location because of COVID, because I cannot find anybody that is really willing to work, that I trust with crucially important information and details that could, done wrong, ruin anybody. That's how important insurance is. You have to have it. If you own a home and you have a mortgage, you have to have it. The mortgage, the bank makes you have it. If you don't, the mortgage will place insurance on you, which is generally 4 to 5 times more than you can buy it privately. You have to have it. Car insurance, in every single state in the United States, if you have a vehicle and it is on the road, you have to carry liability insurance, because the states want to make sure that if you run into somebody and you damage them personally, you injure them, that you can pay for their pain and suffering, and if you destroy their property, that you can replace their property. And you do this by insurance. If you have a lien on your vehicle, if you still are paying on your vehicle, the banks make you carry comp and collision. These are not things that you have a choice about. These are things that you must do. And the average cost in the United States per household is over 55% since 4 years ago. This is on your auto and your home. Here in Texas, we are now the 3rd most expensive state in the United States for auto and home insurance. We used to be in the bottom 5. In 25 years, we have gone from one of the cheapest states to now the 3rd most expensive. All of this is a direct result of the Biden-Harris failure as president and vice president. Their failed economy is the reason you are now paying exorbitant auto and home insurance prices. Insurance companies are affected by the inflation just as you and I are. Except the insurance companies are much more powerful than you and I. And they have very specific things and people that they have to answer to. And if their actuarials are not making money, and they have not been, you get a direct result from our economy, and the insurance companies raise their rates. This is all documented. This is not a word salad. This can be found on the internet if you go out and you do any research to become an informed American. The average household now spends at least $100 a month on a vehicle with no comp and collision. If you have comp and collision and you have a higher end vehicle, a newer vehicle that's within 6 years old, you are spending well over $200 a month per vehicle for full coverage insurance, which means liability, comprehensive, and collision personal injury, uninsured motorist, and underinsured motorist. That is full coverage insurance. That is what it means. If you have a high-end vehicle, trucks, Tahoes, those type of things, you're spending probably $300 a month per vehicle in each household. And this is with good driving. This is with good financial stability. These are the good numbers. These are not numbers that reflect teenagers or young drivers. You double those numbers if you're talking about a teenager in the same type of vehicle. So if you've got a teenager and they have access to a higher end SUV or a truck, you're probably looking at $400 a month per vehicle in each household with good driving records. Home insurance has tripled if you're lucky. Personally, I can tell you in my household alone, I have a 30-year-old home. It's just under 2,500 square feet. My insurance when I bought my home was $1,700 a year. It is now $8,000 a year. And I have access to as many carriers as I can get. I don't represent just one company. I represent multiple companies. It is impossible to find home insurance less than $3,000 a year if you want your home to be replaced. And that's for a brand new home, a small home that has all the bells and whistles, that has all the discounts. Brand new home, brand new roof, brand new air conditioning, plumbing, I can go on and on, has an alarm, doesn't have a pool, doesn't have dogs, has no claims on their record. If you're lucky. If you're lucky. Average household has 3 vehicles per household. That's the standard. And if you're paying good premiums, you're looking at least $800 a month for the higher, mid-range to higher end vehicles. $300 a month. And if you own a relatively new home, let's just say 15-year-old home, and you have no claims, because of the cost of housing, you're probably spending $6,000 or $7,000 a year. These are real numbers. These aren't numbers I'm pulling out of my butt. These are real numbers. If you go out and you do any investigation, fact check me, you'll find that this is the truth. Insurance is one of the most expensive things that we buy. We have to have it. It's not a luxury. It's not something that we get to do disposable income and enjoy. We all hate it. I hate it. I'm an insurance agent and I hate it. If you're lucky, you might be under $10,000 a year for your auto and your home. If you're lucky. That's the status of insurance in America in 2024 as we head into this election. You tell me, what were you paying in 2020 for your insurance? I can tell you I was paying at least 60% less than I am today. I pay more because I have an older home. Everybody does. 60%. And Harris wants us to believe that she's done a good job and deserves to be elected as president of this country? For what reason? Food's up 43%. Those two things alone are the reason Americans are struggling. Housing, food, and insurance are the 3 big ones, and why Americans cannot make ends meet. I know this is true. I have 43 years to back up what I'm telling you. And if they get reelected, it's going to continue to go through the roof. Without a doubt, without hesitation, you're going to be looking at 3 times probably the number of what you are paying today. This is Carrie from Texas. Have a great day.